Okay, did not expect that. Hey everyone, Templar74 here with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Video, and today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Video is going to be my review of the latest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, episode 77, the conclusion of the Galaxy Cup. And I gotta be honest with you guys, this episode, I honestly did not expect the ending that we got. These last couple of episodes have been great. This one it was great, don't get me wrong too, but I was not expecting that at all. But we'll talk about that soon enough. So at risk of further rambling, let's move on to the actual episode. So the episode continues on the rush duel between Udius and Yuhi. However, Udius reveals that just as he's about ready to lose to Yuhi, he has a new darkness card. And Yuhi can sense that Quietel is getting ready to take him over, and he's determined that he's going to stop Udius before that happens and end this. And he manages to bring out Zuichio's monster, his monster, and Phaser's monster. That's right. Phaser had enough foresight to know that Yuhi was going to take over in this duel, and so he added some of Yuhi's Join Tech archetype cards into the deck as well. These are 3 archetypes, by the way, and this has nothing to do with the episode, doesn't impact it at all, just something the professional Yu-Gi-Oh! Player in me has to address. These 3 archetypes, these should not work together at all. It is mind-boggling that you would stick 3 different archetypes into a deck and be able to expect it to work. I mean, of course, it's the anime, so it's going to happen, and it's rush dueling, so it's a little bit different than Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, but normally when you do this, it ends horribly, catastrophically wrong. When you add 3 archetypes that really don't mesh at all into the same deck, you're basically asking for failure. But, okay, I'm going to get off that soapbox. There we go. And let's continue on. So anyway, like I said before, Yuhi's got these 3 archetypes. He manages to get all 3 of these boss monsters out. Udius manages to get them off the field. Then it's at this point Quietel manages to finally take over. When Yuhi is beginning to sense some hesitation, Quietel jumps in, and he's bound determined that he's going to squash Yuhi to advance his goals. And so, while this is going on, we see Udius has lost the battle within the mind. He is basically in Quietel's mind space, and he's looking back into his memories. And we get a little bit of a flashback from when Quietel's creator, the creator of the Valgyrians, left for space, aka Otis. After he created him, he basically set off. He said that your heart is based off of the Milky Way galaxy where I'm from. Maybe one day you'll be able to visit it. It's very touching and emotional. But while this is going on, Yuhi is still having to go in, smash Quietel, and he uses a trap card to try to stop him. However, Yuhi manages to turn the tables when he uses fusion from the hand to basically fuse these 3 boss monsters that he had just had sent back to his hand to bring out a new fusion Join Tech monster. And this thing is a beast. It can attack 3 times. It has 3,000 attack points. Basically, it can stomp Quietel into defeat with one fell swoop. And that's ultimately, spoiler alert, that's how the duel ends. And Yuhi ultimately ends up winning. But while all this is going on, Ranran and company have managed to track down where they think Otis is. But rather than find Otis, they run into Yuga. And Yuga basically explains to him, look, there is no way that a human could have created the Valgyrians. It's at this point that Yuga, on the edge of space, on the edge of time, after his many confrontations with Otis, he has realized that Otis was not just a human, he was also an Earth Dammer. And it was really the Earth Dammer that created the Valgyrians, and yeah, so ultimately Otis was 2 different people. But Otis is nowhere to be seen, at least his human half, and his Earth Dammer half is long gone as well. So, yeah, there is that. I hope we get a little bit more explanation next week about this, because that just kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. I mean, it makes sense that Otis would not be able to create a new race of beings and everything, so that makes sense. But I really wish they had elaborated on it a little bit more. I think this episode would have been very well off to be a a full hour and not just a half hour, to be honest with you. Give them more time to elaborate on that. But like I said, I'm hoping they touch into that next week. But yeah, so ultimately the episode ends with Yuhi winning the Galaxy Cup. And yeah, we get the the award ceremony. We get Epok's grand reveal out of the box that Epok was worried about his teacher Udius, or her teacher Udius, whatever Epok seems to be. Yeah, I can't tell one way or another just by looking at it. Don't judge a book by its cover, long story short. So yeah, anyway, Epok's revealed. Yuhi wins the Galaxy Cup. Yuga's revealed that Otis is pretty much, well, two different people. And that's essentially where the episode leaves off. Of course, with Quietle being redeemed as well. So, anyway, that was pretty much the episode. Like I said, it was a jumbled mess. It probably would have been better to be an hour long instead of a half hour. But, hey, can't complain. I hope they elaborate a little bit more on the next episode. But anyway, overall, it doesn't detract from the episode. And I give it an 8 out of 10. It was a strong finish. There was some stuff that I would have liked to have seen elaborated on a little bit more before the episode finished, and that's why I'm only giving it an 8 out of 10. But anyway, I digress. Those are my thoughts, and as always, I want to hear yours. So in the comments section down below, let me know what your guys' thoughts were about this week's episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was just there? What are your thoughts? Just let me know in the comments section down below, because as always, I enjoy hearing from you. All right, everyone, as always, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.